Join me as I dive into Trump's wild reaction to the latest polling news. Let's see if I can break down just how furious he really is. The recent polling news has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, and for good reason. New numbers are painting a dire picture for the Trump campaign, with many experts predicting a landslide defeat in the upcoming elections. The polls, which have been steadily tracking the president's approval ratings, suggest that his support is cratering, even among his core base of supporters. This is a major turning point in the race, and one that could spell disaster for the Trump campaign. The implications of these numbers cannot be overstated. If these polls are accurate, Trump is staring down the barrel of a historic defeat, one that would reshape the political landscape for years to come. And it's not just the presidency that's at stake. Control of the Senate and House are also hanging in the balance. This is a make-or-break moment for the Trump campaign, and one that will define the legacy of his presidency. The polling data itself is damning, with multiple reputable sources showing Trump trailing his opponent by double digits in key battleground states. In some cases, the margin is as high as 15 points, a virtually insurmountable lead for any candidate. The numbers are clear. Trump is in trouble, and he knows it. This is not just a small blip on the radar. These polls are telling a story of a campaign in crisis mode. Trump's team is panicking, and it's easy to see why. They're facing a perfect storm of bad news, from the president's sagging approval ratings to the growing economy, which should be a major selling point for any incumbent. The polling data was conducted by some of the most respected names in the business, including Gallup and the Pew Research Center. These organizations have a long history of accurately tracking public opinion, and their results are widely considered to be the gold standard of polling data. So when they release numbers that are this bad, it's worth paying attention. So what does this mean for Trump's campaign? In short, it means they're in full-on crisis mode. The president's team is scrambling to respond to the bad news, but it's unclear what they can do to turn things around. They've tried everything from gimmicks to outright lies, but nothing seems to be working. The polls are telling a story of a campaign that's lost its way, and it's hard to see how they can recover from this. Trump's reaction to the polling news has been nothing short of unbelievable. He's been lashing out on social media, posting increasingly erratic and bizarre tweets that have left even his most die-hard supporters scratching their heads. He's claimed that the polls are fake news and that the media is out to get him, but it's clear that he's trying to deflect attention from his own failed policies. In public appearances, Trump has been visibly agitated, his usual bombast and confidence replaced by a snarling, petulant demeanor. He's been lashing out at reporters and even his own supporters, who are beginning to realize that they've been sold a bill of goods. It's a remarkable transformation, one that's left many wondering what's going on behind the scenes. Trump's team has been trying to put on a brave face, but it's clear that they're worried. They're throwing everything they can at the problem, from policy initiatives to desperate attempts to change the subject. But it's too little, too late. The damage has been done, and it's hard to see how they can recover. At this point, it's unclear what Trump can do to turn things around. He's tried every trick in the book, from divisive rhetoric to outright lies, but nothing seems to be working. The polls are telling a story of a campaign that's lost its way, and it's hard to see how they can recover from this. The implications of Trump's reaction are far-reaching, and could have a major impact on his political future. If he continues to lash out and refuse to accept reality, he risks alienating even his most loyal supporters. And if he can't find a way to turn things around, he may be facing a historic defeat. As one commentator put it, Trump's reaction to the polling news is like a flashing neon sign that says "I'm in trouble and I don't know how to get out of it." It's a remarkable display of political ineptitude, and one that could have major consequences for his campaign. In an interview with CNN, political analyst David Axelrod said, "Trump's behavior is becoming increasingly erratic and disconnected from reality. It's like he's living in a parallel universe, where the laws of political gravity don't apply." It's a recipe for disaster. As we move forward, it's clear that Trump's reaction to the polling news will be a major factor in the upcoming elections. Will he be able to find a way to turn things around, or will he continue to lash out and refuse to accept reality? One thing is certain, it's going to be a wild ride. So what do you think? Are you surprised by Trump's reaction to the polling news? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to check out our next one, where we'll be breaking down the latest developments in the Trump campaign.